Hello, hello. Making a video. The days are getting longer. Nice. I have daylight now. And because we have very dim lights everywhere and usually night lights, we live with night lights at night. Since I read everything electronically, I don't need a reading lamp or large lamps or ceiling lamps. We have some old broken down chandeliers that I would immediately take off, but Paul likes it, and they don't give very good light either. It's like Frankenstein lights, so I only have night lights on at night, and during the day we have beautiful sunlight and large windows, and I'm very happy about that. So anyway, I want to talk about the concept of catharsis. What is catharsis? What is a cathartic experience? It happens on a regular basis, but people don't realize it. And for those people who do not experience catharsis, they are in a very frozen state, physical or mental or psychological. And it's not good to be in a frozen state. And I know that from first-hand experience throughout my whole life, where I had been in a rather frozen state of mind, and always has an effect on the body as well. One feels kind of like stagnated, cold feet, cold hands, and fear, maybe shaking, or anxiety, panic attack even. So all of this can arise from a mental state of being frozen in, and it's very bad. And I know how difficult it is to see through that and to recognize what one can do to dissolve it and to create a catharsis and a healing effect and a breakthrough effect and a flowing of the situation. It's very difficult to figure that out. That's why I recommend to people to read as much as you can about philosophy, psychology, metaphysics too. Read it all and then later make up your mind and later discern and find out, which one is applicable and which one is not, and a lot of it is not. And so it's up to the reader to come to the conclusion. It's not everything is handed to us in bits and pieces of truth. It's handed to us in a lot of riddles and a lot of confusion of other people. And a lot of it has to do with psychological stuckness that has been written in history, in ancient history, in Sanskrit, and in modern times, and anything. Most of what we read, most of the stuff that is in written form is, I would argue, written out of a state of not flowing. And when people do that, then the information is not flowing, and the energy is not flowing, and it doesn't hold true. It's not truth, because truth is always when things are in a complete flow. So when I'm stagnated, for example, there's no way I can make a video that is any good and or that has anything valid to say. I can't write a book. I can't even write a decent comment. I might even be mad at people, or I won't be flowing. And when I'm not flowing, then I can't communicate. So, and that holds true for all of us. And that's why it is so incredibly important that each person gets to that point of catharsis. And it shouldn't have to come to a point of where, like, one has to be frozen up to a point where we actually have to be triggered into a catharsis, like through a catalyzer converter or something, or a spiritual catalyzer. So no, it shouldn't have to come to that point where something. I mean, if it's a therapist, it's probably a smoother experience, but you don't want to come to the point where you are stagnated so far out until you have a major accident or something because of the stuckness. Because people don't know this. Accidents are it's not random. An accident doesn't happen through randomness. There's Paul. He came back. Okay, I gotta stop the video. Okay, I'll talk more about this later.